задачи 2, приемник, монитор. Так что вот здесь у нас инструкция.
Ну, я сейчас пойду на склад возьму.
So what we have here is the receiver. We use it to track the position of the transmitter inside the drilling head. Now this one, it's the emitter of the navigation system. You put it inside the drilling head. You put it over here. I will show you later on how to do it. Okay, this is how you put batteries inside the emitter. You have two batteries, you put it inside and it starts to work immediately after you close the lid. But first 10 seconds of working, the emitter gets the information from the receiver and it's calibrating. This is where you can actually select the frequency and the information protocol. So this is the pilot head, it's hollow. Normally how you put the emitter inside, you remove the tip, put the emitter inside, make sure this little hole corresponds with the pinion, and you put it inside. Then you can start drilling. Now when you put the batteries into the emitter, you close it, close the lid, and it's working. In order to see the emitter, you have to turn on the navigation system. You just press the button for 1 second. It's launching. And you enter location mode. Normally, if it's programmed correctly, they work on the same frequency, they speak the same language, you should be able to see the emitter in a couple of seconds.
Ну, в смысле, или ближе к камере?
Yeah. Here you have the strength of the signal, position, etc. As you can see. So to switch on the navigation system, just press the button and hold it for 1 second. It should start. And from here you can enter the navigation mode. It's this icon. You just press enter. Now it's trying to locate the emitter which we have here. The emitter is already turned on with the batteries, and soon we are going to be able to see it. As you can see here, you can see the clock with navigation. This little opening here corresponds to the opening in the emitter. So if it points upwards, if the pilot head points upwards, then here you also have the clock showing 12 hours. When you spin it, it's spinning. Here you have inclination in percents. It changes. Now it's going to be 0 if we put it on the floor. Now it's about 1% or minus. It's close to 0. And here the black bar is distance to the right. It shows that we have the emitter on the right side of the receiver. Now if we lift it up, here, it will show us the height, which is the distance from the receiver and distance between the emitter and the receiver. And when we spin it, again when we spin it, you see the circle, the clock showing different hours. If we move the emitter directly under the receiver, then this black bar is getting smaller. Now I will show you how to program the receiver. What to do if you don't see your receiver. First you remove the lid and take off the batteries from it. And screw the lid. Now the signal is going to disappear. Now it stopped displaying signal, as you can see. it's not working because the emitter is without batteries, it's without lane. You exit to the main menu, navigate to the right, go into the emitter mode and go into the programming mode, which is the first icon. So you press enter, select frequency you want to use, like 12 kilohertz, right? Kilohertz, right? 12 or 30 kilohertz, and it will show you the best option, which frequency to choose depending on the interference from other sources that it sees around. So normally, the moment you press enter, you have to put back the lid, switch on the emitter, and the emitter is going to be programmed to a specific frequency. So now let us move it a little bit upward, so I can show you how it actually works, where you should put the emitter. Now you select your frequency, say 30 kilohertz, and then you lock the batteries. You have 10 seconds to do it. If you do it slowly, you're not going to make it, and the programming will be unsuccessful. And then you put it over here. Then it shows it's programmed already for 30 kilohertz. Then you say OK. Then you go to calibration. You can check if you see it in the calibration mode. As you can see over here, the clock is working. Now it's set to 30 kilohertz. And then you can proceed with calibration. So in order to calibrate, put your emitter 3 meters away from the receiver and press the calibration button. So now we are pressing calibration button according to the instruction. And it says you should put the emitter 3 meters away. So now we are checking if it's 3 meters away. We have it over here. It's 3 meters away from the mark. Calibration is finished. The emitter is 3 meters away from the receiver. Now we are going to check if the calibration is right. We are moving it to the distance of 2 meters and we are checking it on the display how much it actually shows. Сколько там показывает сейчас? 206. It shows 206. Well, it's acceptable. It might be due to disruptions because we have heavy machinery on the first floor. Окей, сейчас давай его смести на 1 метр. Now we are going to put it 1 meter away from the receiver and we are going to check what is the distance. Кажется, антенна там на соединении сколько? 1.03?
Не, сейчас 0.99.
It shows 1 meter. It shows exactly 1 meter. So we are just checking if the calibration is okay. It's very important to do calibration each time you start working, but also do the calibration only after you put the emitter into the drilling head. Okay, now we are putting the emitter into the drilling head. This is the type of condition it's going to be working inside. So once we have it in the drilling head, we do the calibration again. We put the emitter in the drilling head 3 meters away from the receiver. Okay, it's